Hi, this is Jim. We're broadcasting from WFX in Dallas, 2013. I'm here with Tom from the Riverside Church, and Riverside Church has been coming to WFX. You guys have been here a number of times,
Right.
and you have been here 3 times?
Yep.
Three
I think
times.
Yep.
Okay. So real quick, your role, you have essentially a role around projects, special projects, project management of construction-related projects inside the church.
Right. Yep.
Yep.
So any larger project that we do that's outside the scope of kind of general day-to-day
Yep.
things, like if we do a remodel project, any addition type things that we do, where we need to get multiple people involved, such as architects, engineers,
Okay.
Contractors. I'll oversee that project to make sure that we take all the steps necessary to run it smoothly.
Right, okay.
Yep. And then my other role would be lead audio.
Is that right?
So, yeah.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
kind of my hobby, and it's a thing that I enjoy to do.
Okay, so the Riverside Church has a great story because you have essentially tried to max the availability of the building to match your growth without necessarily expanding the footprint.
Right.
So over the years, you've had lots of projects.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Yep.
So in that process, I'm always curious in how a church will evaluate the remodel, right? So what is the last remodel job that you did there?
Well, the last remodel job we did was in the lower level of our facility where we house all of our children.
Okay.
And because we have added on to the facility quite a bit over the years, it's pretty piecemeal together, so there's a lot of bottlenecks. So
Okay.
we're looking at it from a flow standpoint of view,
Right.
and how we connect with people. So in this particular case, we had a pretty big bottleneck. You'd come down the steps, and then you'd stop because there'd be really nowhere to go.
Okay.
And what we had was 2 old bathrooms that were really the last pieces in the facility that we hadn't remodeled yet, so they were pretty ugly looking.
Yeah.
Plus, they were really in the way. So we looked at it from a flow standpoint of view, saying, okay, now we have these 2 bathrooms that are kind of in the way, and we've got some storage space behind that that's being used, but what can we do with the space as a whole to hit it with 2 stones? One would be to renovate the bathrooms, and the second thing is to gain some flow traffic-wise so that we're getting a
make some
roadblock out of the way.
Yeah.
We have a huge amount of children that attend our church. We have younger families, and it's not untypical to have in that 600 to 700 children per given Sunday that attend. So there's a lot of people going through that lower level that we need to make sure that they can get in and out.
Yeah.
And then really we need to gear the facility towards newcomers, first-time people that don't know the facility. We need to make it easy for them to understand how to
Right.
get from point A to point B. So we take some of those different pieces and we look at it as a whole picture,
Yeah.
and then figure out how we can lay all those pieces into place and really maximize our dollar while doing that.
Right. Well, you guys have done a great job in following your story through the years of just doing that. In your children's space project, so you're primarily trying to alleviate a bottleneck.
Right.
Did you also address the environment where the children are in Sunday school or in education?
Yeah, that's a good question. That was a previous
It was.
remodel
All right,
project
so you
that we
did
did.
that
So that
first.
was already addressed a handful of years ago in
Okay.
another project that we had done. That with that being in place, it was really just focusing on how do we get newcomers
Yep.
connected so that from a check-in standpoint of view, we have a kiosk there now where the old bathrooms were. We have a pile of volunteers that wear bright orange shirts, for example, so
Yeah,
they
so
stand
it's nice
out.
and obvious.
Yeah, so it's kind of like going to the Apple store when you have the coated shirt guys. You walk in, you see someone with the colored shirt, you know to go to them
Sure.
for help.
Okay, that makes sense. So you come to WFX, you've been a few times. You're also an audio guy. So you're coming here. So why coming this year? I mean, you have. Why are you here this year? You have 2 hats there.
Yep, we have 2 hats. The big thing for us this year is that we have done really everything we could and can do to maximize the facility. I mean, this
Okay.
has been, I would say, an 8-year process for us working through the different things that we can do.
Yeah.
And now we're at a point going, okay, we're having continued strong growth
Yeah.
in the church, and we need to look at our next options and what that means.
I see.
So does it mean us building a facility on that site?
Right.
Does it mean buying another facility
Right.
down
Of all
the road?
options, you need to look at them all.
Video venue. I mean, there's so many different options we can look at with the technology that's available today.
Right.
So what we're doing is taking more of a facilities focus and using a show and meeting with people and looking at the more of a facility track, if
Yeah,
you will,
yeah.
of looking at it from the lens of saying, okay, what can we do here to learn more about what we want to do and make connections with people here that can help us out. Things like financing, for example.
Right.
How do we make this project happen? Other things would be other churches that have done multi-site. You know, what are they doing? What are the roadblocks?
Sure,
what are
right.
the catches?
Yep.
What are the surprises that, you know, this is the first time for us doing this, so there's a lot of new things that we're learning.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's so wise to just get all the information and make those decisions. Great. Well, I appreciate you being here. It's always a thrill. I love when you guys are. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. We'll go fishing.
That'd be great.
This is Jim. Jim and Tom. We're signing off from WFX 2013. And yeah, thank you very much.